Sickness, death, uncertainty, isolation. We know there is no doubt that COVID-19 is changing all of our lives and how we deal with things. It's challenging us psychologically. That's why if you're considering getting help, it is so important to get licensed, legitimate care. And that's why the ABC 15 investigation that you're about to see is so important right now. Dave Biskobing has spent years investigating unlicensed healthcare. And tonight he's revealing a so-called clinical psychologist and really showing us all how to protect ourselves from imposters.
This is Dr. Marilyn Wiley. She's claimed to be a clinical psychologist. In this photo, wearing a white coat, blood pressure cuff in her pocket, stethoscope in her hand. But there's an issue. Dr. Wiley doesn't have a license.
I'm not fixed. I'm not better. This is constant suffering, hoping, like she should not be practicing.
Reginald Jackson, his fiance, and two sons all saw Wiley. They thought she was licensed.
I saw this doctor for almost a year and a half.
Makes you wonder if everything you've gone through and experienced and
real?
thought you're doing, was it real?
Yeah, was it real?
Was it legit? You don't know?
I don't.
The Arizona Board of Psychological Examiners confirmed Wiley does not have a license. Records show she applied twice, in 2017 and 2019, but didn't get one. On LinkedIn, Wiley claims a PhD from online Walden University and lists both the American and Arizona Psychological Associations, but both say she's not a member.
How many sessions would you say you've had with her, ballpark?
Between myself and my sons, easily 30 to 40 sessions.
So now, you've sent me bills. So,
Oh, yeah.
So you've been billed.
Oh, yeah.
And it looks like insurance has been billed.
Yes.
It's this location in downtown Scottsdale where Wiley worked at Vibrant Healthcare. Reginald provided us with 24 Vibrant bills. The provider, Marilyn Wiley. Sessions for psychotherapy and psychology. These past photos show clinical psychologist written on Wiley's white jacket, door, and desk nameplate. But state law says you can't call yourself a psychologist without a license. In fact, it's a crime to do so.
But you think that they're covered by your insurance, so they're good. And in this case, she wasn't. She is unlicensed. Simple and plain.
Good morning.
There we go. Can you hear me?
Dr. Jared Skillings is with the American Psychological Association.
How important is it for people that are dealing with these types of emotions and issues to seek licensed, legitimate care?
That's a very important question.
And he says now, as much as ever, with people depressed, anxious over COVID-19, and losing loved ones.
I think sometimes the general public doesn't appreciate how much damage the wrong advice or the wrong intervention can have. If you're in a spot where you have a clinical problem, like you're not functioning, you really need to see a professional because you want to do the right thing.
We reached out to Dr. Wiley on the phone and online. She responded on Facebook and called us back.
Can I use this interview on air, your voice?
Wiley refused to let us use her voice on air. But here's a rundown of her side. Wiley admits she doesn't have a license, but denies doing anything wrong. She claims she was working to get training under the supervision of another provider, who she would not identify. Wiley also wouldn't tell us why so far she's failed to get a license. Bottom line, Wiley says she's being targeted by people trying to ruin her career before it gets started. Wiley also recently left Vibrant Health. The company did not respond to our questions.
Yeah.
Reginald says neither Wiley nor Vibrant told him she was a trainee.
Have you filed complaints against Marilyn Wiley?
I have filed complaints with the Arizona board, yes.
After they were filed, she posted this comment on Facebook. Does a fake psychologist have to uphold confidentiality? Good question.
Now, when did you file the complaint?
Maybe early November.
Those 6 months have weighed on Reginald.
It's been pretty much a living hell because you question everything.
Especially when he thinks about the missed signs, like he saw constantly posted on social media.
Is not going to wear a lab coat. They're not going to wear scrubs. They're not going to have a stethoscope. I even had her take my vitals one day before a session.
Really?
Yes. I have no clue. I'm like, why is she taking my vitals?
Have you ever used a stethoscope?
No.
Okay, so that would be irregular if you saw a psychologist posting pictures in a white doctor's coat with a stethoscope.
using the stethoscope or thinking that you can diagnose heart conditions as a psychologist would be out of scope of practice in every state in the country.
So what's the takeaway here for all of us, for the millions around Arizona and the country now dealing with our new, uncertain reality?
I guess for, everybody who's watching this, that do your research.
What you should do is you should go to Google and type in your state and then click verify a license. And the very first thing that you find for every single one of them was the website where you can check that out. So that would be the very first thing people should do.
I'm investigator Dave Biscobing, ABC 15, Arizona.
The Arizona Psychology Board is set to hear the complaint against Marilyn Wiley next week. If you need help verifying a license, and you should do that, or know of someone practicing healthcare without one, you should head to abc15.com/imposters and tell Dave he's been exposing unlicensed individuals for years.